ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकायै प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्तनारायणीति नामिने। श्रीकृष्णलीला कथने सुदक्षम औदार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्युक्तं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषं महान्तं नारायणं तं शिरसा नमामि। त्रिदण्डिनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपदाब्जधृतैकरुधिर चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं तं शिरसा नमामि। First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmadi Guru Pad Padma Nitila Prishta Jagat Guru Shri Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Trindi Swami Shri Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Dandi Maharaj, Nam Nishta Santa Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, please accept my humble obeisances. Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, Text 16. पुनश्च भूयाद् भगवत्यनन्ते रति प्रसंगाश्च तद् आश्रयेषु महत्सु याम् उपयामि सृष्टिं मैत्री अस्तु सर्वत्र नमो द्विजेभ्यः। पुनः again, cha and bhuyat, let it be, Bhagavati unto Lord Shri Krishna, Anante, who has unlimited potency, Ratihi, attracting, Prasangaha, association, Cha also, Tat, his, Ashrayeshu, with those who are his devotees, Mahatsu, within the material creation, Yam, wherever, Upayami, I may take, Srishtim, my birth, Maitri, friendly relation, Astu, let it be, Sarvatra, everywhere, Namaha, my obeisances, Dvijebhya, unto the Brahmanas. Again, after offering obeisances unto all you Brahmanas, I pray that if I should again take my birth in the material world, I will have complete attachment to the unlimited Lord Krishna, association with his devotees and friendly relations with all living beings. Purport: that a devotee of the Lord is the only perfect living being is explained herein by Maharaj Parikshit. A devotee of the Lord is no one's enemy, although there may be many enemies of a devotee. A devotee of the Lord does not like to associate with non-devotees, although he has no enmity with them. He desires association with the devotees of the Lord. This is perfectly natural because birds of the same feather mix together. And the most important function of a devotee is to have complete attachment for Lord Shri Krishna, the Father of all living beings. As a good son of the Father behaves in a friendly way with all his other brothers, so also the devotee of the Lord, being a good son of the pure Father, Lord Krishna, sees all other living beings in relation with the Supreme Father. He tries to bring back the upstart sons of the Father to a sinner stage and to get them to accept the supreme fatherhood of God. Maharaj Parikshit was certainly going back to Godhead, but even if he were not to go back, he prayed for a pattern of life which is the most perfect way in the material world. A pure devotee does not desire the company of a personality as great as Brahma, but he prefers the association of a petty living being, provided he is a devotee of the Lord. Text 17. Iti smaraja yukta prachina muleshu kusheshu dhira udang mukho dakshina kulaste samudra patnya sutanyastabhara. Iti thus, as in the past, Raja, the king, Adhyavayasaya, preservance, Yukta, being engaged, Prachina, eastern, Muleshu, with the root, Kuleshu, on a seat made of kusha straw, Dhira, self-controlled, Udang Mukha, facing the northern side, Dakshina, on the southern Kule, bank, Aste, situated, Samudra, the sea, Patnya, wife of the Ganges, Swa, own, Suta, son, Nyasta, given over, Bhara, the charge of administration. In perfect self-control, Maharaj Parikshit sat down on a seat of straw with the straw roots facing the east placed on the southern bank of the Ganges, and himself faced the north. Just previously he had given charge of his kingdom over his son. The river Ganges is celebrated as the wife of the sea. The seed of Kusha straw is considered to be sanctified if the straw is taken out of the earth complete with root, and if the root is pointed towards the east, it is considered to be auspicious. Facing the north is still more favorable for attaining spiritual success. Maharaj Parikshit handed over the charge of administration to his son before leaving home. He was thus fully equipped for all favorable conditions. Text 18. एवं च तस्मिन् नरदेव देवे प्रायोपविष्टे दिवि देव संघा प्रशस्य भूमौ व्यकिरन् पुरुषुनैर्मुदा मुहुर्दुन्दुभयश्च नेदु. Evam thus cha and tasmin in that Naradeva Deve upon the kings, Prayopavishte being engaged in fasting to death, Divi in the sky, Deva demigods, Sangha all of them, Prashasya having praised the action, Bhumau on the earth, Vyakiran scattered, Prasunai with flowers, Muda in pleasure, Muhu continually, Dundubhaya celestial drums, Cha also Neduhu bitten. Thus the king, Maharaj Parikshit, sat to fast until death. All the demigods of the higher planets praised the king's actions and in pleasure continually scattered flowers over the earth and beat celestial drums. Even up to the time of Maharaj Parikshit, there were interplanetary communications, and the news of Maharaj Parikshit fasting unto death to attain salvation reached the higher planets in the sky where the intelligent demigods live. The demigods are more luxurious than human beings, but all of them are obedient to the orders of the Supreme Lord. There is no one in the heavenly planets who is an atheist or non-believer. Thus, any devotee of the Lord on the surface of the earth is always praised by them. And in the case of Maharaj Parikshit, they were greatly delighted and thus gave tokens of honor by scattering flowers over the earth and by beating celestial drums. A demigod takes pleasure in seeing someone go back to Godhead. He is always pleased with the devotee of the Lord, so much so that by his adidaivic powers he may help the devotees in all respects, and by their actions the Lord is pleased with them. There is an invisible chain of complete cooperation between the Lord, the demigods, and the devotee of the Lord on earth. Text 19. Maharsho vai samupagataye prashasya sadhvityanumodamana uchu prajanu grahashila sara yaduttama shloka guna virupam. Maharshaya, the great sages, vai, as a matter of course, samupagataha, assembled there, ye, those who, prashasya, by praising, sadhu, quite alright, iti, thus, anumodamanaha, all approving, uchu said, praja anugraha, doing good to the living being, shila saraha, qualitatively powerful, yad, because uttama shloka, one who is praised by selected poems, guna avirupam, as beautiful as godly qualities. All the great sages who were assembled there also praised the decision of Maharaj Parikshit, and they expressed their approval by saying, very good. Naturally, the sages are inclined to do good to common men, for they have all the qualitative powers of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, they were very much pleased to see Maharaj Parikshit, a devotee of the Lord, and they spoke as follows. The natural beauty of a living being is enhanced by rising up to the platform of devotional service. Maharaj Parikshit was absorbed in attachment for Lord Krishna. Seeing this, the great sages assembled were very pleased, and they expressed their approval by saying, very good. Such sages are naturally inclined to do good to the common man, and when they see a personality like Maharaj Parikshit advance in devotional service, their pleasure knows no bounds, and they offer all blessings in their power. The devotional service of the Lord is so auspicious that all demigods and sages up to the Lord himself became pleased with the devotee, and therefore the devotee finds everything auspicious. All inauspicious matters are removed from the path of a progressive devotee. Meeting all the great sages at the time of death was certainly auspicious for Maharaj Parikshit, and thus he was blessed by the so-called curse of a Brahmana boy. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya prananam pavane vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad.